Hey, what up, guys? It's Julie Vamps, and who we got on the show today?
Chubby Don, man. Don Q, Robert, the label, we in the building.
Absolutely. Don, I'm actually very excited to have you on because I feel like this is the normal interviews you do. I really want to focus a lot on your project, Double or Nothing, which you just released a couple weeks ago. So congratulations, by the way. How's that doing on the charts right now?
It's doing good, man. For me to be gone for a while.
Yeah.
I seen it. It was in the top 50. That's not bad for me to be taking a little 3-year hiatus, you know. That's good.
Absolutely. And why did you take such a big hiatus before you came back and released Double or Nothing? Because we're going to talk about the title as well.
Yeah. Label issues. I had family issues. Well, I explained this before about, but I don't know if you know specifically, but the label, how they be sometimes. They don't. Right. Sometimes you don't see eye to eye with them. They want you to do certain things. They want you to be a certain kind of artist. Like I came in, but you gotta look at it like I came in with A Boogie, which he came in with like big records. Right. I didn't come in with big records. I came in just off talent, basically. My shit was just off, he's nice. We with him type. So I tried to explain to them was, you might not get a top 10 or whatever record out of me right now, but just let me be consistently dropping for feed the streets, feed the people. They didn't understand that. They wanted me to be, you drop a single, if it don't go crazy, it don't go platinum or double platinum, whatever, sit your down.
You already know. I don't want to say too much because, for us, we already know how business works, unfortunately, with a certain type of culture of people. So, you know who runs things for sure. So let's talk about your latest, like I said, your latest project, Double or Nothing. You opened up the project with True King and you ended it with Artificial. So True King, for me, it's ironic because I was just saying before, I wasn't aware that you had 2 visuals out for 2 of my favorite singles off of your project, which was True King and then Say That, because True King for me is super motivational. Like I was saying before, I was in the gym actually working out to it. And I was like, I could literally see this on like an NBA reel, like, when they do the commercials and stuff like that, or some sort of placement with the NFL, like just something very aggressive and motivational. Like it really makes you want to win. So let's talk about that track. And if you have the opportunity to actually have it placed.
I would definitely want it to be like in a movie. I was watching that new movie, that Harder You Fall movie. I feel like it fit perfect in that movie. I was watching, I'm like, it feel like True King need to be in it. Like for real, it definitely got that like that motivational kind of like when I make music, I want you to feel it. So it's like I always try to make you. So no matter what the feeling is, I want you to have type of. No matter if I want you to be happy, no matter if I want you to go to the club, I want you to feel some type of way when you hear my music. So that's one of the songs where I definitely wanted to like you said, like working out in the gym, athletes. I got a lot of athletes and shit that with me too. So I try to definitely make music that they could like play while they working out and shit like that.
Definitely. And LeBron is pretty big on playing, especially, it's not even that he plays a lot of mainstream too. He'll play like people that are like on the underbill or the underdogs. So like I was thinking in my head too, I was like, this is something that LeBron would play in the gym.
He had hit me the other day, so my shit was hard.
See, look, there, see? That was the first person I thought of.
Nah, I ain't speak to LeBron yet. I'm on. Hopefully soon. Hopefully, he probably knows what's up though.
He has to. There's no way he doesn't.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Say That, because Say That is definitely calling out people without name dropping, and that's why I liked it, because it was so honest and so raw. Because you know how some people take offense to stuff and you're not exactly talking to them, but it's like if it applies,
the shoe will,
exactly. So let's talk about why you chose. I mean, you've always been a very honest and transparent rapper, but let's talk about why you chose to throw this one on the project, because I felt that I was like naming people who could, I could diss off of that song. It's not even my song.
But you could be a little more specific though, what you mean by honest. But when I'm saying like you want Chanel to say that, like just
Exactly. That you calling out people. If you work for the feds, just say that. If you snitching, just say that. You know, you just really calling people out. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah, I was in the studio with, I don't know if you know my guy, Derek Milano.
Okay.
He like, writer. So me and him kind of came up with that. We just was kind of, we were trying to just come up with something that was going to hit in all aspects, like females, like everybody gonna feel it. Like that was kind of like the perfect vibe.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's a great second single too, by the way.
That's one of my favorite songs. Hell yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite songs.
Definitely. And then let's talk a little bit about why you didn't have as many features, because your last project, Dawn Season 2, you had a lot of features, but this one you chose to just stay in your lane and only have one, which was Be Love with another one of my favorite songs was Come Find Us. Why didn't you have as many features as you had before?
I wasn't gonna put no features on it actually, but I'm thinking like if I am gonna put a feature, if I'm gonna put a feature on it, it's gonna be somebody that I genuinely with that that's doing anything right now. So me and Be Love, we got ties. We from Cleveland, from Highbridge. It's kind of like a family thing. Like he want to come up doing his thing, so it's like why not? Why not?
Absolutely, and you experimented with the drill too.
It's crazy that one to be in one of the hardest songs like that people fuck with on the tape.
Absolutely. And it's a drill experiment. So I was saying before too, I wasn't really expecting you to do drill because your cadence is very classic New York. New York doesn't necessarily have a sound, but it has content. And that's what I feel like when New York rappers rap, because no one New York rapper sounds like the other. It's more about content, how you relate to what's being said. So why did you choose to experiment on the drill for this one?
I wanted to step in just step in that lane real quick. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with one of that's the top shit. I ain't gonna. I don't feel like I want to do a drill song by myself. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go. Like if I do another one, I might go hit K Flock. Like I need you on this.
Oh wow, like, K Flock is definitely bubbling
like,
right now.
Like the top right now. So I feel like it's only right.
Definitely. And what's the biggest difference between this project and Dawn Season 2?
It was mostly all me, like you said, like no features. I didn't like Dawn Season 2. I was making a lot of records, doing one verse. Like I'm gonna send it to somebody. This is when I'm just knocking everything out, just doing the whole song by myself. Like I'm gonna make this fire by myself. I don't need nobody else to make it fire.
I like that.
I felt like me being missing for so long, I didn't want to be running around trying to ask for features like I need.
Okay.
Like he trying to he need to carry him. Like I don't need to carry you, man. Like and the funny part, I was doing it. I was getting features in the beginning, but it's the headache. Like they trying to clear shit, like going through this. Like all this shit. I'm just going. I don't need this for real. I do my own.
Nah, I feel that for sure because I kind of hear a little bit in your music. I mean, not a little bit, but a lot. You make a lot more of survival and experience music. Yeah. And today we're finding that a lot of rappers are still kind of in that survival mode. What's been the biggest turn of events for you that's kept you in the rap game and focused writing? Because you do have a huge body of work out as opposed to some rappers that have come up behind you or even ahead of you, and they're still kind of in that survival mode without saying too much. Why do you think most rappers or those types of rappers kind of get themselves stuck in that mode instead of, let me focus on my craft and do this?
Try to have too much fun. You make a little money, you go to the club, you buying jewelry, doing all this, lose out. Like I watched the interview, I heard Fetty Wap say it.
Yeah.
Like he came out so dominant, like just dominating the charts. He lost the hunger so fast. It's like it happened so fast. It was like he said. I remember he was watching. I mean, I was watching him. He said that he stopped going to the studio.
Wow.
He just chilled on the block all day, buying liquor, buying weed, going to the club. It's like you're not working no more. It's like you feel like you made it already. Like he actually, I'm not surprised. Well, what I want to say, he did make it. He had about 5 songs charting at the same time.
Right.
So that's big, but I feel like he probably should have had somebody in his corner, making them keep working. Like, yo, this should go away any day, bro. Like, you gotta keep working. So it's like that happened to a lot of people.
Definitely,
you gotta just keep working. You see a like a little baby, it don't look like the money making him comfortable. It look like he's trying to take over this for real. Like he's consistent with this. So you see, certain artists are just different.
Definitely. And do you think your experience actually shaped your hunger to continue to rap? Because there is a serious need for Don Q music versus Don Q being a part of the streets or whatever like that. Do you think that experience is really pushing you to come out harder and to dominate? Because you did say a couple years ago that you wanted to be the best and you want to dominate.
Yeah, for sure. And then seeing like when I disappeared, it's like people really forget. People say, "Oh, he fell off," or he's done. It's like, damn, I really think that. All right, so now it's like it's more. I got a point to prove. It's more personal. It's more of that. So it's like I got a lot to prove to myself, to prove to the haters, to prove to the people that's with me that think it's over. People that with me that think like, damn, it might be over. You might have took too long, whatever. So like, I got a lot to prove.
Definitely not. And here's one thing that I wanted to ask you. Who's an artist that you haven't collaborated with that your fans would be surprised to hear that you would want to collaborate with?
I would want to.
Because you got a lot of big people behind you too, by the way.
I was gonna say J. Cole, but you said a surprise. I don't think people will be surprised that I want to be on J. Cole. I'm trying to think, damn, surprise.
Pick somebody way out the lane that the culture wouldn't expect.
Playboy Cardi.
Okay, because that's different. That's a whole different sound. I'm surprised to hear that too.
Yeah, Cardi.
Okay. That's for sure. And what's your limits in releasing music? How pop would you go? Because remember, pop music isn't just necessarily like the I guess what we grew up on, pop music. How pop would you be willing to go just to get a #1 hit, or would you just stay Don Q?
I feel like before I probably would have just did something, but I feel like now it's like if it ain't me, I'm not doing it.
Feel it.
Like it's just that simple. If it ain't me, I'm just not gonna do it.
You wouldn't do a Kendrick and collaborate with a Taylor Swift?
Yeah, hell yeah, but it's all about this. The song has to be something I could be myself on. It don't got. I don't want to be on a song confused, like not sounding like myself. I gotta hear it and be like, yo, I could talk my on this already.
Absolutely. And this whole tape you actually did. So I definitely appreciate it. And it felt a lot more somber, more of a realization for you when you brought this one out a couple of weeks ago. So what was the writing process like for you with this one?
Honestly, I really don't do too much writing.
Oh, wow.
I kind of like just catch a vibe when I in the studio, hear the beat, just catch a vibe. I might jot down some like if I'm home. But like, I don't really write whole songs.
Okay.
I'll probably write 4 bars, 8 bars, just to keep it in my notes. But like for most of the song, I'm just gonna just vibe out. I really just go with vibes. I feel like that's like the best music. I could write. I feel like if I'm writing something, it's gonna be like a verse, like something to go to a radio station and freestyle or something. Like a song. I feel like songs go with vibe. People still write. So I'm not throwing no shade to nobody people that write, but for me, mostly I like to go with the vibe. Yeah.
So before we wrap up the interview, one thing I wanted to ask you: what was the best advice you've been given since you've been in the rap game?
I talk to a lot of guys. Like I probably would say Kevin Gates.
Oh wow, okay.
And the thing is about him is like I was real. Like I said, I was going through the label, and I had other I was going through. And I was real depressed at a point.
Wow.
Like I needed somebody to talk to. I'm like, I need one of these to talk to. One of these that been in the game a little while, that kind of been in my shoes, that had to go through the ups and downs. I'm just trying to think about to write, I just wrote Kevin Gates like, yo, I need some advice, bro. Like, I'm going through like what you could tell me. I ain't even expect him to do that. Like, he say, yo, FaceTime. He just sent me his number. I never even spoke to this guy. I never met him or nothing.
Wow.
He like, yo, FaceTime me. We just spoke for like an hour. Like, I can't get into detail with everything he said, but
right.
He kind of just made me feel a little better. Like,
definitely.
Like, she telling me, like, yo, I've been trying to, like, that took me 10, 15 years to get here. Like, I've been rapping for 10, 15 years, going ups and downs, like, just telling me his story and Like, this shit ain't easy. So it kind of just made me feel like, all right. It kind of made me calm down. Yeah, like, it's going to be all right.
Definitely. And with some advice you can give some of the people that are behind you, because you do take a really good liking to people or rappers that are young and that's coming up, and you definitely give them the opportunity like a lot of other rappers have done. So what's some advice that you can give them or anybody that's watching this right now?
I try to hit people up and like tell them certain things. I don't try to do too much, but like I definitely try to talk to the young niggas that's coming up, like a B-Love or whatever case for. Like, even people before, like, even when TJ was coming up, I used to talk to TJ a lot before all the bullshit. Yeah. I used to talk a lot. Yeah, I try to like keep that because I wanted that for me, you know.
Right.
So I want to do the same thing. Like when I came in, I used to talk to Styles P. I remember when I was going through it, not going through it when I was going back and forth for Tory Lanez.
Right.
I had said something, and Styles P hit me up like, "Yo, don't say that. That's not. Don't." I said the F word.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You already know how without saying like, too much. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he like, yo, don't say that word, bro. Yeah. That's not. And the funny part is hearing it from him, I get it from him.
Wow.
Listening to him, I get it from him saying that, like, so when he told me not to say it no more, I knew he must have experienced something, because he used to always say that shit a lot. So I'm like, if he telling me that, it's real. Like, I ain't gonna say it no more. I probably haven't said it in the public eye ever since.
Don't. That's one thing you don't do. I think if that's anything we all learned as a community, don't say that word.
I didn't know because it's like I'm not talking to one of them. I'm talking to
right.
So I didn't think it was, but he was telling me like, yo, just don't even put that in your vocabulary.
That's some good advice to give out too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is my favorite part of the show. It's called 5 Fast Facts. We know a lot about Don Q, but I feel like there's some things that we don't know. So I need 5 facts about you for your fans, some things that they don't already know about you. So you got to spit them off as quickly as possible. It's your time to shine. You can go.
I used to play the baritone in church.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good one.
I want to buy a baritone. I used to be all right in that shit.
Damn, okay.
We can find out where to find a baritone.
What you got for number 2?
I like R&B.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question after that. What's for number 3?
Real R&B. Back
right.
in the day R&B.
All right, bet. All right, I got you. What you got for number 3?
I know how to make pancakes.
All right. At least we know Don Q can cook some breakfast foods. Can you cook though? Just pancakes or just?
No, just breakfast.
All right, bet. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than most men. What you got for number 4?
I used to play football.
Say that one more time.
I used to play football when I was young.
Okay, all right.
Well, I never really got too far. I was on a football team, and I was ringing because I'm short.
Right.
So before I was short and mad skinny.
Wow.
So it was like I was probably like 12. I probably was playing with the 11 and under.
Okay.
What
position did you play?
A running back.
Okay, bet. Okay, I can see that.
I never scored though. Yeah, I wish I had scored at one time. That'd have felt good.
Well, I'm glad you sticking to your day job.
I think I got the ball one time. I probably got like 3 yards. Nigga tackled.
It's like, I'm done here.
It was over.
What you got for number 5?
Saying it. Damn.
You gotta give us a good one too. A real good one.
I did a talent show when I was in junior high school.
Oh wow. So you always know that you wanted to be an entertainer?
Yeah, I did a talent show. I was Cassidy and somebody was R. Kelly. We did Hotel. That was my first performance on stage.
No way. How did they receive it?
Nah, there's no camera. There's no footage to it.
Ah, damn. Was the crowd feeling it?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy because that was one of the biggest ones at the time. So
right.
Went up there. That shit was fire.
I wish somebody would have recorded it at that point, but you know.
That'd have been legendary.
They brought it up. There's like, listen, he always knew that he was gonna pop. All right. Well, Don, thank you so much for joining us. And I love the fact that you're getting your hair cut. You're getting right. I love this. I love that you did the interview like this. This is the most smoothest thing ever. I appreciate it.
Gotta look good, man. I'm looking
absolutely. Now you look good. I was watching the whole thing. I'm like, well, this is how this is done, huh? I'm like over here like I've actually never really outside of like Instagram, like you know how they do the quick Instagram barbershop videos or whatever. Yeah, you just never see the full. Exactly. You never see the full process.
Yeah, so it take about 30 minutes to get right.
It's not bad though. It's looking good. Well, Don, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Julia Vamps. This is Don Q.
You're ready, man. Double and none.
Double and none.